Hello guys, this is another video, and today we're going to talk about some allegations about my particular faith, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and the so-called Mask Mandate from our prophets and apostles. And we're just going to read the thing, because you'll see articles about it and the membership saying, the prophet has said you must wear a mask. That's not what they said, and it's very much up to your own individual choice, as it always has been. So we're going to read what they actually put out. The title goes, The First Presidency urges Latter-day Saints to wear face masks when needed and get vaccinated against COVID-19. Quote, we can win this war if everyone follow the wise and thoughtful recommendations of medical experts and government leaders. Now, I'm going to stop right there because there's a lot of you watching this who are skeptical. And you have every right to be skeptical, and you should be making your own decisions regarding this topic. However, I'm going to add a caveat, some perspective on the position of the church as a whole. We are not a local church. We are a worldwide, global institution at this point. And the leadership of this institution, of this faith, is our hierarchy, the way that one becomes the next prophet, the next leader of the faith, is not done via politics. There's no jockeying for position. There's no clear-cut path to power. In my faith, the only way for one to ascend its heights is by merit and by seniority. The next prophet is always chosen by seniority. The senior apostle becomes the prophet. Now, for those of you who are wondering, well, why the hell does this matter in this case? It matters because you have to understand that these are men who grew up in different times. These are men who, and these are intelligent men. These are not stupid men. These are men who are from a day and age where vaccines generally work, where medical experts, they come from a time and a paradigm where there wasn't this post-trust era in regard to our institutions, even though we can see in real time those institutions betray us. They still have hope for the world at large, where mostly you and I have not. Now, we're going to continue with what the article actually says. The First Presidency of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints sent the following message on Thursday, August 12th, 2021, to church members around the world. It reads, Dear brothers and sisters, we find ourselves fighting a war against the ravages of COVID-19 and its variants, an unrelenting pandemic. This is true. COVID-19 and its variants are going to be with us for a very, very long time. And fighting them off is going to be somewhat of a difficulty because it's, as we've gone over before on this channel, a war with a weaponized common cold. Let's continue. We want to do all we can to limit the spread of these viruses. Again, reasonable. Nothing controversial in this statement. We know that protection from the diseases they cause can only be achieved by immunizing a very high percentage of the population. Now, in the past, this has been true. Polio, smallpox, measles, every nasty thing that humanity has come across, we have been able to cure and protect ourselves from with effective vaccines. That has changed very recently with the nature of COVID-19 and these other RNA-like vaccines. However, their perspective on vaccines is not the same as yours and mine. And they must be given leeway in this respect. Let's continue. To limit exposure to these viruses, we urge the use of face masks in public meetings whenever social distancing is not possible. To provide personal protection from such severe infections, we urge individuals to be vaccinated. Available vaccines have proven to be both safe and effective. This is generally a true statement. And, to be perfectly clear, they, in my mind, intentionally left out the claim that available COVID vaccines have proven to be both safe and effective. They did not say specifically that COVID-19 vaccines have been proven to be safe and effective. They are giving the membership some wiggle room here, and they've done so, in my opinion, with good reason. They finish off with, "We can win this war if everyone will follow the wise and thoughtful recommendations of medical experts and government leaders." Again, this is a worldwide church. They do have an obligation that you and I will loathe and cringe at, to give some credence and deference to government leadership, not just in the United States, but around the world. Please know of our sincere love and great concern for all of God's children, the First Presidency, Russell M. Nelson, Dallin H. Oaks, and Henry B. Eyring. This is not a mask mandate from the First Presidency. It is a PR statement saying, "We as a church cannot be held accountable for our membership not wearing masks. We have done our due diligence." This is a covering your butt move. And it's worded in such a way that it... There was something else I wanted to say about this, and my mind is giving me a blank. All I would like to restate at this point is, these men have an obligation to make sure that their freedom of religion is protected worldwide. This is what I think they are trying to achieve through this quote-unquote mandate. But you will see insane articles saying that the First Presidency has essentially mandated from on high that the vaccines are safe and you should get them. That is not what they said. They have not mandated that the faithful should be getting a vaccine that they do not feel is in their best interest. What they have done, and I remembered what I was about to say. And it does again link into the fact that they are a worldwide church, and that they do come from a former generation where, again, such things like vaccines were reliable and helpful and necessary. What I need you to consider as you read through this this message is that, once again, it is a worldwide church, and consider the alternative. That's what's important here. We need to consider the alternative of what the First Presidency could have said otherwise. Would it have been responsible for the First Presidency of a worldwide church to tell its membership worldwide, "Do not trust this vaccine"? Because what you have to understand is, just like the membership of the church today saying, "Oh, this is a mask mandate," or "It's a vaccine mandate," if the church had said, "Do not take this vaccine," or "You do not have to wear a mask," imagine the kind of pandemonium among the membership of people who would say, "The First Presidency said you should not ever get vaccinated, you should not ever wear a mask." The polarization to the other side, in all sincerity, would have been far more damaging as a whole. They must consider the consequences of their words in the extreme when they let out statements like this. And so this is honestly the safest thing that they could have released. But again, to everyone watching, No, this is not a mask mandate. Please stop saying that it is. It is not. It's the Quorum of the 12 doing what good Christian apostles do, which is in the Beatitudes. And when Christ gave the Sermon on the Mount, he said to his apostles specifically, to be ye therefore wise as serpents, yet harmless as doves. And I'm going to close on those thoughts, and I hope that you do what is best for you and yours. I personally will not be getting the vaccine, and I am trans-vaccinated. Goodbye, everyone. Stay carnal and God bless.